DDG, all I know is you better do right, man. DDG, I know you like to be arrogant. You like to do what you want to do, play by your own rules. But I'm going to tell you right now, you better do right. And you better keep your son off the internet. We don't want to see nothing. Do you hear what I'm saying? Don't do anything that's going to piss off Halle. Okay? Because, honey, we have not forgot what you did to her. Okay? He put paws on her, y'all. She came out with the pictures. And he ain't had the nerve to speak up against it. He didn't have the nerve. He wasn't man enough to say, yeah, I did that. No. He just sat there and tried to play innocent like he ain't know what was going on. You know what you did to Miss Bailey, okay? Got all his fans trolling her and all that. You know what I'm saying? First of all, she had to go through your bull crap. Then she got to go with you hitting on her. And then she had to go with being bullied by his fan base. Girl, no. So, honey, let me tell y'all what's going on right now. They have came together to have, I guess, half custody. I got my people on TikTok. They're going to explain it to you better. But they are saying this is what Halle always wanted. This is what she been asking for. This is what she been pleading for. And he gave her such a hard time to come to these terms. But guess what, baby? You better watch out, Halle. Okay? Halle, what is the name? Damn. But you better be careful, girl, because if you think that man got any sense of do right in his body, you are sadly mistaken. And this could have been prevented because I told you, girl, don't be messing around with him. Hell. But y'all want to do what y'all want to do. I don't understand it, honey. I can understand if, hey, you had a crush on this dude and you just want to have a one night stand or two night stands. But girl, you knew it was horrible from the start. He was going with Ruby Rose. Do you and Ruby Rose, are y'all the same type of girls? Hell no. Y'all night and day, girl. Okay, honey, show me the man ex-girlfriend, and that tells me everything about the man. Okay? God damn. Okay? Well, honey, we are here to talk about it all. And guess what, girl? Don't you know Dwight Howard? Yeah, the NBA player. Okay, he has a wife called Amy, honey, okay? Now, they were supposed to be broken up and getting divorced and everything. Mind you, allegedly. I don't know how true it is, but I think it's true. They say homeboy is gay. They say he's zesty, girl, but maybe he not. Maybe he got reborn again. Honey, and a lot of you women, you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with a lot of these men being reborn and being straight. Because Trump is about to push that conversion therapy. You say, what? What is a conversion therapy? Okay, so they're going to do this to the kids, and I think it's so horrible, and it's child abuse. Definitely it is. Where they shock individuals down below, okay, whenever they get an urge or, you know, they get a natural feeling of a desire, they be showing pictures, trying to entice them on the screen and be like, look at this picture. And anytime their body temperature get an urge naturally, whoo, damn, sorry about that, naturally, it's going to shock their ass. It's going to traumatize the person. And they're going to bring it to adults too, honey. It's already in play. It's already in motion, okay? So I don't know why the LGBT y'all out here twerking your asses and twerking wigs and shit. And you don't even realize Trump is on to y'all and he's coming. 1, 2, Trump coming for you. 3, 4, you better shut the door. 5, 6, you better pick up the sticks. 7, 8, he at your motherfucking gates. Okay, so I say that to say that it's called conversion therapy. So he was gay on Monday, but he's straight on Friday. So, of course, you know, a lot of women going to have to deal with this. And, you know, some women are going to be okay with it because it's like, if you become gay, I'm going to send your ass back to that therapy. You know, some girls will be like, well, as long as my gay man don't be gay anymore. You know what I mean? Woo. But anyway, I say all that to say that Amy took her man back. And when we talk about Amy, we have to forget that he used to mess with men. Okay. Can y'all do that? Can y'all forget and forgive? Okay. Press 7 if you can forgive and forget that Dwight Howard used to be with men, allegedly. Okay? Can you forget and forgive when we have that conversation? Because I know y'all going to be like, ain't he this? You going to have to forget and forgive. You're going to have to act like he's straight. And maybe he is straight. You know, if conversion therapy is a thing, which I don't believe in it, I don't believe it is. I believe that's just how you are. That's how you were born. That's just who you are. You know, just like some of you are straight. You were born straight. That's just who you are. Okay, so if it is conversion, that means that, hell, I can wake up tomorrow and say I'm heterosexual today. You know what I mean? I mean, if you can change up like that, you know what I mean? So if they say they straight, whatever. So we got to talk about that. Okay, moving on. Lemmy, you know who that is, right? Can y'all hear me? Press 3 if you guys can hear me. Can y'all hear me, girl? I'm just talking. I don't even know if y'all can hear me in this thing, okay? Honey, can y'all hear me? Because, you know, sometimes I just don't know if this thing be working. Is it on? Is it recording? Okay, press a 3 somebody so you guys can hear me. All right, so also Lemuel Plummer. He is the CEO over Zeus Network. Did you know they say his father was in the church in the ministry, girl? Ain't that something? But anyway, but you know, the pastor kids, they say they're always the worst, right? It's something about them pastor kids. You know, something about it. But anyway, he has come out. He is addressing the gay rumors. He is addressing that if he want to be a woman rumors. I didn't even know it was a rumor that he was a transgender. But yeah, he's addressing a lot of the rumors and a lot of Krishan stuff too. Because, you know, Krishan, she's crashing out over there. She quit the baddies. Okay. Now, people are saying she got fired. But she hurried up and quit so she wouldn't get fired. They are saying that they're not giving her the treatment like she used to getting. And she upset that Takeshi, her sister, is getting so much privilege over there. So she's like, hell no. She's like, if y'all gonna make us fight, I'm not doing this. This is demonic. She called him out as demonic and everything, girl. It was a shit show. And she quit and she left. And then she got on live. She started calling her mama, recording her mama, telling everybody her sister was eating out her cookie jar. She said, let me tell you, she said, my sister, y'all, oh my God, Takeshi, my sister, she made me eat her cookie jar till my tongue hurt. My tongue was hurting. And she was still saying, eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. Yeah, honey, she went in. She talked about how Takeshi's son. She said, you like it. You got your own son to be, you know what, by another man cousin, girl. What? Honey, it's nasty in these streets, but you know what, Lemmy, that's what you get. Because you're always getting crash out individuals. They purposely pick people with mental illness to be on a show so they can take advantage and crash them out. They don't pick intelligent people. They only pick people with low self-esteem that would do anything for a damn dollar. And let me say, it's not my fault, Jessica. He said, these are these women. These women come up here and do this. This is what these women do. Okay, and I said, well, shit, well, I'm going to bring it to the people and see what they say about this, Lemmy. Okay, and I said, well, you know, they're going to say you're a black man. You're supposed to be a leader. He said, fuck that, Jessica. He said, I ain't no leader. He said, the black man ain't no leader. Look around, Jessica. Stop saying that bullshit. You know ain't no black man to lead. They need to stop getting out of delusion. I said, well, I'm looking around. I said, you're right. The only leader I see is Dr. Umar, and he's one hell of a leader, right? He's a failure of a leader, honey. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to bring it to the people and see what they say, Lemmy. So, yeah, we got to talk about that, girl. Okay, good. Y'all press that 3. Did y'all hit that like button? Did y'all hit that like? What y'all think about this wig I got on, y'all? Y'all like this wig? I don't like this wig. First of all, this wig is old as hell, okay? I got this out the box, but I did like the cuts on it. You know what I'm saying? I think she got a lot of cuts on it. That's kind of cute. But I do need to be plucking this wig a little bit better. I didn't pluck shit. You know, this is an old school wig. Now, let me tell you, the current wigs, they already got pre-plucked and everything, girl. But I have a shit ton of wigs from back in the day that I've never really played around with. So I opened up my old wigs, girl. And what y'all think about my sweater? Isn't she cute? Isn't my sweater cute? You know, I don't always have to show my bosom, honey. You know what I'm saying? I am a classy girl, okay? Okay, I'm a classy girl, honey. All right, and let me tell you something. Because I do like to play ratchet. Do you guys remember that character I used to have, Bonquisha? Press 5 if you remember a character I used to have called Bonquisha. I introduced her to this channel this summer. You guys know I do characters. From Gigi to Mary Alice, girl. Hello. It's me. Hello. Okay. Well, honey, Bonquisha had a YouTube channel, and I did like 2 videos of her, but I stopped. I have an issue. I start something, and then I never finish. You know, I have a bad problem with that. But I think I'm doing all right. Okay, for these 6 channels, I've been consistent with the 6 channels. I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to give myself a pat on the goddamn back, because usually I'm not consistent with shit. So anyway, girl, Bonquisha, I'm changing that to Buki Johnson. Yeah, you heard that right. So I know some people had an issue. I don't give a fuck what y'all had an issue with, but I'm still gonna bring it up. But some people had an issue that I use a baby face filter. I don't give a damn. I'll still use it, but I'm not gonna use a baby face filter. So I'm gonna change Bonquisha channel to Buki Johnson. Okay? And I'm gonna do skits on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do like a minute skit, 30-second skit, 2-minute skit. What? What you want, dear nigga? You keep calling my phone back to back. You see I'm at goddamn work? Goddamn. I can't even work in peace. You think I'm up here flirting with my boss? Your ass up there at home playing a game. I should have left your ass a long time ago. You ain't shit. See, that's just a little skit I did. So I'm going to be doing some crazy shit like that, okay? That's going to be Buki Johnson, honey, okay? She's going to be ratchet the motherfucker. You know, I got to let it out. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get back to the story. So let's go to TikTok. And let's see what the people got to say about it.
So it's very evident that Halle Bailey wants to be a single mom. So I have an update for you concerning the DDG and Halle Bailey custody war. They have dropped the restraining orders that they had on one another, and they've come to a temporary custody agreement. The temporary custody agreement will commence in phases. So for the first 60 days, DDG will have physical custody of Halo every Wednesday from morning until evening. And then he will also have Halo each month on the 2nd and 4th Saturday. Halle will have Halo all other times. For the next 60 days, DDG will be allowed to have Halo overnight on some days. He will have Halo from Wednesday to Thursday every Saturday. And then for the holiday schedule, Halo will be with DDG on Halloween and Father's Day. Halle will have Halo on Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and New Year's Day. They will split time with him on Christmas Day and on his birthday. This agreement also states that neither party can post Halo or any information regarding him on social media, which I agree with. Don't really think it was fair that Halle was allowed to post Halo on her social media and DDG wasn't. That's not fair. So that's part of the agreement as well. They must also ensure that their families comply with this order as well. So neither their families can post him either. So I'm glad they were able to come to a temporary agreement. Hopefully it's just temporary, because that doesn't seem like a lot of time with your father who is trying to be an active father. That doesn't seem like a lot of time, but you know, hopefully it's just temporary. I just know I have friends. I know a lot of women who are out here begging their baby daddies to be present in their child's life. So
we're not gonna do that shit. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, because DDG, he had an ample time to do right. This man have hit on Halle. We're not gonna act like he didn't hit on her. We're not gonna just throw that away. We're not gonna compare, well, you know, these other black men don't want to be a father. That's on them. That's shame on them. I'm not about to compare their failures of a man, their failures of a father responsibility to DDG. Hell, no. Hell no. We're not doing that. He made his bed. DDG had it good. We could have been down this road. But he decided to play these games and go upside her head and whoop her ass for whatever reason. And why did he hit her? Why did he whoop her butt? And then after he whooped her ass, then she protected him. Why y'all stop protecting these men? Can y'all please stop, because they don't give a damn about y'all. They not protecting y'all, and you can clearly see it. And we keep on telling y'all this all the damn time. But that's why I used to feel some type of way, but now fuck all that, because I can sit up here and be like, oh my goodness, girlfriend, give me a hug, oh God, and cry with you. Your ass it ain't gonna do no good. See, your ass needs some tough loving. Okay, that is your love language, clearly, because when he going upside your head, bobbing and weaving, you love that, you stand with that. So you need somebody to go boop upside your head the other way to get some common sense in your butt. Because all the sweet talking shit, it does nothing at all. Actually, it puts me more liable, because I'm telling you sweet shit and trying to help you out, and you gonna go back and tell that man everything I said, and he gonna look at me like I'm the problem, and then you gonna back his ass up, okay? I'm not playing them games, girl. All right, so I gotta play, but I couldn't stand when she was comparing that shit. Trying to sympathize. Like, well, these black men are begging to not be a daddy. These black men don't want to be a father. And you have a black father that he's begging to be in her life, begging to be in a child's life, and you're just going to take that away from him? What did he do to get here? How did we get here? Okay? How did we get here? All right. But comment, let us know what you guys think, but I'll continue to play.
Kind of crazy that you only want to give a man, like, what is it, 6 days a month? Whatever. At the end of the day, they work something out. DDG does not have to see his child in a visitation center with an eye watching him the entire time for 6 hours a month. So that's not the case. So thank God for that. What are your thoughts on this new temporary custody agreement between the two? Let me.
All right, seeing what y'all saying. They said DDG could have fought harder to have more time if he wanted more. Well, that's on him. What are y'all saying? I'm looking in the comment section. Somebody getting blocked? Let me see. It says, I'm out, enjoy your bashing a black man. How, time out. How am I bashing a black man? Okay? How am I bashing black men? Tell me that. Tell me that. Run that up. Fuck it. I'm not about to say I love black men to accommodate you. Hell. You know what I mean? Hell. You know how people do when people get assaulted with some, oh, you dislike black men or whatever. First thing they say, I love black men. I'm not about to do that shit, okay? Shit, it's self-explanatory. I'm holding DDG accountable. He did go upside that girl's head. And if somebody go upside my head, I will have fear of whip my child with them in their presence as well. If you're going to go upside the mama head, you damn sure will go upside and mistreat my baby as well, And she has every right to be concerned. He does a lot of dangerous stuff with that pranking. And on that internet, he loved to troll. He loved to have his baby at different random places. Did y'all see it where he had his baby there around all them thugs and they started to fight? And the baby was right there? Come on now. He used that baby for likes and views and for entertainment purposes. Child, please, we're not going to go there. That was funny. So basically, this is just a live bashing DDG. Hold this ass accountable. We're going to tell the truth about him. Yeah, we're going to tell the truth about him. So let's see what else people are saying out here. You see, they would have felt better if I was bashing Halle. They would have been felt up if I would have bashing her. So this says literally, like, girl, you lucky as fuck. He not broke or a dad. a bad dad. Why is she lucky? Why is she lucky? You should want to be a father. You are father, ain't no wannabe. Do the right thing. You know, if she was lucky, this man would have went upside her head. If she was lucky, this man would have never cheated on her and disrespected her and humiliated her. So I don't think she's lucky because she's been humiliated, got knocked upside her head a few times. And now she's being bullied by his fan base. What's so lucky about that? That ain't luck. Shit. That ain't luck. Okay, they said this is so sad. Well, Dwight should have did right. Fly right. And you wouldn't have to be here. It says this agreement is definitely cooked, but I'm glad it's civil. It'd just be better if just for the first 4 months. Right. The most delusional post, she wanted a set schedule from the beginning, and he didn't. That was the problem. All right. So everybody said it. Everybody said this is what she wanted all the time. And he never wanted this. He wanted to be uncompromising. He didn't want to listen to nobody. He wanted to do what he wanted to do, as he always do. And that's why I said, Miss Bailey, be careful. Because I believe this man is going to have that baby on video. You know he's going to try it. Press 2 if you feel like DDG is going to try it. Looking at his backtrack record, he don't listen to anybody. He does what he want to do. And he loves the clout chase. He loves attention. That's why he's a streamer. Every streamer wants attention. And they would do stuff to get views and attention. You know, to get outraged. That's what they do. All right. So what they say? Hold on. I'm sure she cried over her decision to procreate with that. Oh, God. What you say, man? What you say? They said, I'm sure she cried over her decision to procreate with that. Oh, my God. That shit is hilarious. And that's sad if she did that shit. Do y'all think that she was crying? Oh, please, DDG, I want to have your baby. Give me your baby. I want your baby. Okay, it's sad day if she was out here crying to procreate with that motherfucker, okay? Oh, I bet she won't cry for another a ling-a-ling-ling. I bet she won't cry again. Ooh, that's the biggest mistake she ever did was to get with him. And I told her ass something off with her, you know, but she thinks she know it all. She thinks she know it. She don't know shit. She don't know a damn thing. Hell. And I don't understand. Look, I know I don't know Haley. Hell, you know, but she has a reputation, and part of her reputation is part of her business, to be a classy girl. I was expecting her to wait for marriage. I was not expecting her to fornicate, hell, and produce bastard kids. Press 1 if you thought she was a type that was going to get married first. Press 5 if you knew she was going to fornicate, huh? I thought she was going to get married first. But honey, when she came up with DDG, I said something off with Miss Bailey. Something wrong with her. And then she was so cocky with it. But she was quiet. But she was like, had an arrogant attitude. Like she knew she was the shit over DDG. Something wrong. I think she was really a fan of his. It's given she was a fan. That's what it's given. You know, it's given that she was a fan. I'm saying y'all need to get off this internet and go outside. Get off the internet. This internet is the worst thing that can ever happen to a lot of y'all. Haley doesn't know Halle. She is in her 20s. Is that the excuse? She don't know who she is. Well, she know who she is enough to lay on her back and pop them legs open and do it dangerously. She know enough to do that. They did the same thing to each other. They both had undeniable evidence against each other. I ain't see that. I know you a lie. When did ever Miss Bailey hit on DDG? Did y'all ever hear she hitting on DDG? Press 1. Show me the pictures. I ain't never see the receipts that she was hitting on DDG. I know y'all lying. Ooh, y'all just a line up in here. Y'all don't care. Y'all just gonna lie. Ooh, all right. Let me get out of here and see what anybody else is. What you got to say about this?
Have a great day. See, have a great day. See, have a great day.
Okay, I have to go to her page, clearly.
Wow, so Cameron is suing North Carolina.
Congratulations to Halle and DDG, because it looks like these two are coming to a more peaceful resolution, because today they both dropped their domestic restraining orders against one another, and it also looks like DDG's supervised visitation has been withdrawn, and now he has a visitation schedule, be it is only Wednesdays and certain weekends. They've also established a holiday schedule so the both of them can spend time with them. They also made sure that NDA is still in place, where they both are not allowed to speak negatively about one another. And they both are still not able to post Halo on social media. So unfortunately, we will not be able to see Halo. But
Good.
maybe DDG
Y'all don't
right
need
now
to
is only
see
getting
Halo.
this day because of his work schedule. It's very demanding. He streams every day. We don't know. So I'm sure he'll move some things around so he can get his son more. But hey, I'm happy that the two of them at least are able to, get some peace and go on for Halo with some normalcy. Have a great day. Congratulations to Halle and DDG, because it looks like these two are coming.
We'll see. See, he the type, he'll have Halo, and he'll put a mask on Halo, like a Chucky mask on Halo, and put it on a screen. Wouldn't he do that shit? Now, if he does that, is that breaking the law? If he bring Halo to the screen while he's streaming, right, and he put a Chucky mask on Halo, is that breaking the law? Press 1 if it's breaking that law. Press 4 if it's not. I say, even though we can't see his face, we know it's Halo. He would do some shit like that just to piss off Haley. Please don't think that he's over Haley and he's cool. He still have hatred for her. He still dislike her. You gotta hate her to hit her. You gotta hate her to cheat on her. You gotta hate her to humiliate her. When they were in a relationship, he did so many things to humiliate her ass. You could tell he ain't care for the girl. It says, I hope they have a good exchange place. I hope so too. I wasn't speaking physical contact. I was speaking on emails, text messages, phone records, These kids were not mentally stable with each other. Well, I was talking about physical. Okay, well, you're talking about emails and text messages. Okay, that's the difference. As someone who went through something similar, the judge did not care about us posting the baby, but they're public figures, so that's different. It is different. And he does a lot of stuff for clout and attention. And it makes her feel a certain type of way to see her baby in harm's way at those type of events that he be at, and they be fighting, and DDG, he's trying to entertain the people, and he still got his baby there. That's frightening for a mama. And then the baby was in storylines and stories about Halo. It was just too much. Y'all, first of all, y'all should not have these babies on the internet anyway. That goes for Krishan Rock too. Why do y'all have babies on the internet? Lady, these internet is not for kids. Keep them off. So I want to see what they're saying over here on the sidelines. Ooh, damn, she wrote a damn paragraph. I don't know if I'm going to read all this. Haley, pressing those charges is protecting other women. I know that's right. Ooh, girl. Did you hear what she said? Haley pressing those charges is protecting other women. Do you guys agree? Press 5 if you guys agree. I agree wholeheartedly. DDG is a streamer. Most of these kids look up to DDG. So they are afraid of streamers. They feel like they're God. They don't worship Jesus. They spend more time looking at streamers than they do in the Bible. They spend more time looking at streamers than they do on their knees praying, you see. So they are worshiping these streamers. And a lot of girls are in relationship with these individuals, and they are fearful. They're afraid to press charges, you know. And they just take it and they think it's normal, and it's not. You know, you got to fight for your rights, considering your rights about to be taken away from your ass anyway. Yeah, you know, if they coming for the gays, you know they coming for the women, okay? Okay, so you better use them, because who knows when you will have these rights again, okay? These rights have been taken away. So she also says, Gigi, damn, not Gigi. DDG has a known history of domestic violence in his relationships. What? I didn't know that. I thought it was only Haley. But you know what? I should have known. Anytime a man go upside one head, he's going to go upside other heads. Okay? Yeah. And a lot of y'all say, I don't know if it's true that, but they say if a man hit a woman, he's gay. Is that true? I love to play this game because y'all always say it. But when I talk about y'all favorite, y'all want to change. Y'all want to change lanes. Okay, like we on the freeway. Y'all want to change lanes. So I say, if a man hit on a woman, is he a homosexual? Is he on a down low? Press 7 if you feel like a man that's hitting on a woman is on that down low, baby. He really want a man. Okay? What do y'all got to say about that? Oh, I got to see. Woo! Okay, I got to see. DD said not all of them. So you mean to tell me every man that hit a woman is not gay? You got straight men that hit women? DD, answer me. DD, tell me. Say straight men hit women. Do straight men be hitting on women? Because how y'all say it, it sounds like it's only down low men that want to be with another man that hit on women. I'm just asking. So DDG, he might have some sugar in his tank with all this hitting he doing on women. Why would he hit on a woman? Because he really want to be with a man. And they say he gets so frustrated with Haley because she's a woman, and he just want to beat her. I can't stand you, a fucking woman. I wish you had a dick. God damn it, I wish you was a man, you know. And that's what they say. They say the man be with his woman and he be looking at her like, damn, I wish it was a man. And he'll just womp because he wish it was a man. You know, he really want to be with a man. So that's what they say. And they say every man that's hitting on a woman want to be with a man. So I'm just asking. This must apply to DDG, y'all favorite, huh? Abusive niggas hit women? Nah, see, you got to tell me what type of a nigga. You talking about gay niggas, huh? DDG, I mean, DD, I need you to specify. Straight men hit women. I need you to say that plain and clear. Because how the world is saying it on social media is only down low men. Men that want to be with another man hit on women. So let me know. So somebody says, you know what? I wonder if we can ask you if the dudes that was talking to what are on the DL. Because you know what's up. You damn sure right I know what's up. Listen, I'm transgender. I was born a male. Girl, why did I sound like an infomercial? I'm transgender. I was born a male. I know what it feels like to have the balls hanging between solid as a rock, okay? Okay, I don't know what you're asking me. Okay, you know what? I wonder if you can ask you if the dudes that we're talking to, you mean the dudes that you're talking to, is on the down low? I don't know. Tell me what dudes you talking to. I might can help. I don't know though. Okay, but let me get back here. It says, now the world is watching, and any new claims of abuse could cost him custody of his son. This is a major win for Halle, her baby, and other women. All right. She secured a custody agreement without surprise visits or toxic messages from him. Now he's forced to stay on his best behavior. I agree, because he would get with another woman and he would hit on that woman because they said his past relationship, he is abusive. He hit on women. And the reason why he hit on women, because he really want to be with a man. I did not say that. This is what black women been telling me in the comment section. So I'm going to run with that narrative when it comes to this situation. Okay. I'm going to run with that narrative. Okay. Now let's get the likes up. Let's get the goddamn likes up. Okay. It says let me see if you guys can see what I'm reading at. It says this what Halle wanted from the beginning. Okay, everybody keeps saying that. All right, so that's good. So, like I said, I think he gonna post that baby. So we'll have to see. All right, so let's move on. So remember, you guys, when I told you, when we talk about Amy and Dwight, when they come over, we gotta pretend like we don't know that he was with a man. Okay, so can y'all do that? Press 2 if you can pretend like you never known Dwight Howard was with another man, okay? We're going to pretend like, he's straight. You know what I'm saying? He transitioned. Damn. That is a transition. Anything that you change from to, that's a transition. Some of you guys have transitioned. You're not like how you used to be back in the day. You have transitioned. You have evolved, So transition don't mean just somebody changing their gender or their sex. It can be a spiritual transition. It can be a death transition. Transition word have so many meaning. Okay. So yeah. So let's hear what she has to say. Y'all ready? This is what Amy has to say. I can't even hear you, Amy.
Being real stupid and silly. Actually, we both filed for divorce. Let's talk about the struggles of being a new young wife. First thing I can tell you as a new wife, I know this is going to be a hard practice, but shut your mouth. Shut up. Now, I know some of y'all going to say, oh, you got to shut up because you married. What is he silencing you? No, sis, I'm not saying shut up. I'm saying pick your battles. And sometimes pick them quietly. Understand, when you became one with your husband, that means you became one. Y'all are one. You have to literally die to your old self. You don't want to do that yet. What does die to my old self mean? Because I'm very much still alive. Simply means adjustments. You got to make a lot of adjustments. Again, heavy on your one now. Know your spicy attitude isn't passion. It's a nasty attitude. That has to die for your husband. Confrontational spirits hidden by passion. You're not passionate, sis. You just got an attitude problem. Lose it. Quick gem. Successful top tier men, they just want peace. They don't want anything else. You can't do anything else for them besides bring them peace. Mistake I made, me and my husband going through issues, telling my friends about it. Don't do it. Dying to yourself is hard, okay? You spent your whole life talking, probably talking too much, getting the last word, being overly opinionated, being emotionally unstable. Some people settle for that, but this person married you, they're not going for it. Passive aggressive attitude. Most black men, when you do that, it reminds them of somewhat what they grew up with their mom, their siblings. They married you. They don't want to feel with the trauma from childhood. And I'm about to say something that's probably gonna hurt y'all feelings. Black successful men do marry black women. But my girls, let's be for real. Let's talk about it. I already know, sis, life was not easy for us. And along the way, we formed a little neck roll that we can't get rid of. Because life was hard doesn't give you the right to be rude, a bitch, confrontational, nasty attitude, uncooperative. Any of those things. You're married now, sis, so you're joining with one. It should be a peaceful harmony, right? Which means you have to die to yourself with all the ugly things that do not create peace. Let's talk about the maybe I rule. If there's conflict going on in your marriage, in your home, silently to yourself, not out loud to your husband, ask yourself, maybe I am understanding this wrong. Maybe I am processing this wrong. Maybe I am being overly emotional. Maybe I am not listening. If you silently ask yourself the maybe eyes and then go in a corner and process them before you respond, you will see that maybe I can do something to meet him more in the middle versus pushing the confrontation. I did not say you cannot have an opinion. I never said that. I said stop, process your emotions, okay? You married now. You basically just said, I love you for the rest of your life, my life, no matter what we go through. Me not really understanding the real concept of marriage, I was thinking like, oh, Dwight, you're doing this. I don't like this. I'm going to flee. I'm going to run. Listen, y'all, you ain't ready for marriage if that's the way you think it.
Oh, she talk a lot. Damn. I was
I
like,
met the
is
love
she
of my
gonna
life,
shut up?
and I almost divorced his ass in 6 months, being real stupid and silly. Actually, we both filed for divorce. Let's talk about the struggles of being a new.
All right, so let's talk about it. Honey, you know what? This is what I gotta say to you, Amy, in your face. Okay, so honey, we're talking to Amy in her face. Amy, I'm so happy for you. You know, whatever makes you happy, sweetheart, I just want to see you happy. Now, the other side of me that's talking to y'all, girl, you know this shit ain't gonna last, right? I don't care what y'all say. I don't trust a man that's been with another man. Hell no. Hell no. To the no. Listen, I'm not trying to judge, but honey, I have seen it so many times. These girls get with these gay guys and then they straight for a season because they really use, I'm not trying, Amy not here no more. Is Amy here? She left the building. Okay. But I would never say this to her face. But he's using you. He want to change his reputation from being a homosexual and he's using you to be straight. I used to be a DL man. I used to be on the down low, okay? I know how this shit roll. Hell, I used to date women. Hell yeah. Listen. Ooh, but you know what? You can't tell her ass nothing. So I would never tell her how I really feel about it. I would just be nice and supportive because at the end of the day, that's her business. But, honey, if that was my sister, Amy ain't my fucking sister, so I don't give a fuck. Or my daughter? Hell no. Listen, he's using you to help his reputation because his reputation as a homosexual is tarnished. And you might tell me, well, I thought gays was accepted. Nobody cares about you being gay. That's a goddamn lie. They care about people being gay. Look how many NBA players or NFL players is out gay. And hardly none. And you know it's a lot of them. Shit. Well, you may say, well, they be wearing the rainbow gloves. And girl, that's politics. That ain't real life. Hell, that is not real life. Look, society cares. And then we in a Trump administration. Look. Why risk it? Why risk it? Why won't you get with another man that don't have that track record? Stop. And you don't understand he's using you for an image? Come on now, daughter. You don't understand he's using your ass for an image cleanup? Okay? And he got you thinking like he the damn prize. See, that's some feminine shit right there. Look at Sierra, man. He got all that money, but she is still the prize. He got you feeling like, well, he don't need you and you should be thankful to be with that man. Well, if you're a prostitute, if you got a prostitute mentality, then sure, because you're a prostitute. But honey, we not going to do this, okay? And then what if you catch him with another man again? Because a lot of times they get back and they be with another man. They ain't going to stop being who they are. Shit, they just going to find more tricky ways to do it. But that's how I feel, okay? How do y'all feel about it, girls and guys? How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all agree with me? Press 7 if y'all agree with me, and you don't have to agree with me. Press 10 if you do not agree with me. And let's argue in the comments, okay? What do y'all think? Comment, let me know. All right, what do y'all think about this? You know, I'm reminded, do you guys know that guy named Dante? He was like a dancer, a trainer, whatever. He do the 1-2. Press 15 if you know a guy named Dante. You know him? Well, honey, he said that he gave his life to God. He said that his homosexuality lifestyle was not right. And he got with a woman, girl. Married this woman, put on. Now, he's doing 3 ways with 2 men. Yeah. And then gonna tell you, don't judge. Hold the fuck up. And guess what? The wife is still there. The wife is still there. And you can look this shit up. Look that Dante the body up. Look it up. Okay? Look the OnlyFans up. It's all there. Sucking, doing all this with these men. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, honey, when you're dealing with these type of guys, you're going to have to expect that. And I don't think that's what you want. And they're going to lie to you. They're going to say God delivered them. And God, you know men lie. I don't understand why y'all believe these men when you know they fucking lie. But and I don't feel sorry for y'all because you know they lie. But yet, I don't get it. Maybe because I was born with a male, born with some dick and nuts, you know. They can't fool me. They can't fool me, baby. But they can fool the fuck out of y'all. But nah, because you got a lot of women that are smart and intelligent too, and they can't fool them either. So they don't got nothing to do with nothing. But let's see what they're saying in the comments section. All right, it says her message is correct, but her man is gay. I told you that. I told you don't bring up that gay shit when you talking about her. Didn't I tell y'all? Press 2 if I told y'all don't bring up that gay shit when you talking about her and her man. Just be happy for her. Don't bring that up. Act like you don't even remember. He's what? No way. Is he really? I did not know he was like that, girl. What? Oh my God. That's exactly how I play it. I'm dumb. I love to play dumb. That is my favorite game, to play dumb. Did you know that? I love to play dumb. I love to be I don't know bitch. I did not know that type of bitch. Oh, really, bitch? Okay, I didn't know. Whole time I'm knowing everything, but honey, I want to just tell me what happened. Break the news to me, girl. Okay? Shit. All right, so someone says pick your battles isn't just a lesson for wives. It's just a great lesson. Well, Amy, I'm happy for you in your face, but this is not gonna last, girl. It ain't gonna last, but I don't want you to see that part. But I'm happy for you, okay? And I wish you well, and I'm praying for you guys, and I wish you nothing but the best. That's what I would tell her in her face. Okay. But let's move on. You got to be respectful. It's all about respect, you know? If she's happy, I'm not going to be the one to shit on her parade. I'm not that type of person. She's grown enough. Life is, you know, she praying about it. She said she believes in God, so let God lead her on. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look what Zale said about her. Zale said they look alike. She looked like him and he looked like she. Is that a diss? And this coming from a gay man. Huh? Is he trying to say she looked like a man? Because you know Dwight Howard sure don't look like no woman. His facial features is hard. It's very masculine. Is he trying to say that she looked like a man? Huh? Is that what that gay man is trying to say? Press 1 if he trying to say she looked like a man. Huh? Ooh. Now, I came across a post. And this girl, she's on TikTok. I can try to find it if you want me to. But she said download men, usually like masculine looking women. Women that look like men. Okay? Do you guys believe that to be true? Press 10 if you believe that to be true. I did not believe it to be true because I used to be DL. I used to be a DL heterosexual man, you know, back in the day. And I never went for hard looking masculine girls. I always wanted the feminine ones, the sweet looking ones like Tyler, you know her. You know, because I wanted straight men to be proud of me. I wanted straight men to be jealous, be like, damn. And they were. The girls that I brung around, honey, the man was like, damn, you be packing all the shorties. I want to be like you. You know what I'm saying? And then the girls would be like, damn, y'all gonna have pretty ass babies. Y'all gonna have pretty babies. That's all they care about, pretty babies. So I was the DL dude. I was not going after no masculine looking women. You know what I mean? So, let me see if I can pull that shit up since we talking about it, right? Let me see. I don't know if I can. Man, give me a minute. Are y'all liking this video? How you guys enjoying the show? Press 2 if you guys are enjoying my commentary. Okay, not that. All right, press 2 if you guys are enjoying my commentary. Let me know you find me a little bit entertaining. Okay, so I'm going here to see if I can find that video about this lady talking about the DL dude. Okay, DL. Hold on. DL, man, masculine women. Let me see if I can find her. Because I didn't agree with her. But considering what Zale said, the gay guy, okay, let me see. Okay, so this lady, have y'all seen this? It says a DL man dream equals a masculine woman. Now, do you guys want to hear this? If you guys don't, that's cool. You know, I don't want to gay y'all out. You know what I'm saying? But press 4 if you want to hear what she has to say. Press 9 if you want to bypass it. Because, you know, I don't have to hear this shit. You know what I mean? I don't got to hear it, girl. Comment, let me know what y'all want to do. What y'all want to do? And can y'all like this video? It said, is JT Mans gay? I just think he's... Child... All right, so y'all want me to play it? All right, so let me play it.
Down low man's dream is a masculine looking woman. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling men and women for many years now who have experienced abuse and those who have also been perpetrators of abuse. I want to take a little time to talk about, down low men and, masculine women. And so one of the things that I've noticed, again, over my career.
So she didn't say masculine looking women. She said masculine women. So that's the difference versus looking versus acting, but I'm not sure what she's saying.
Is that a down low man will love a masculine woman because I think a masculine woman or women with strong masculine features, and one of the reasons he loves that, and I use the word love not in a traditional sense, because I think a DL man still has a love-hate relationship with the woman that he is with, if that makes sense. But one of the reasons that he...
All right, now, I wish you'd just get it out. Shit, I'm trying to wait for her to get it out. But me being down low, when I was a down low man, I didn't go for no masculine woman or masculine acting woman. I came from a conservative upbringing. So I wanted a woman that can fit in with my family, that my family would be impressed by, and guys around me would be impressed by. The guys around me, they were not impressed by whores or a woman that was overly masculine. So my girls were very sweet, soft-spoken, sweet. They had manners. They were very polite, very intelligent. So when I was down low, I don't subscribe to what she's saying. So I don't know what type of down low man, but maybe it is down low man like that. But I disagree too, because some of the guys I have dated, when I look at their wives, honey, this one guy, when I tell you his wife is so freaking gorgeous, okay? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She is gorgeous. I looked at her pictures because I was in his car. He drove a BMW and he would take me out to the beach in his BMW. And he would have the pictures of, the family in the car. Now, okay, let me save my ass so y'all won't think I'm messing with, you know what I mean? He said they were separated, okay? Okay. So anyway, I'll tell y'all a little bit. I ain't telling y'all everything. But anyway, I just say that to say that she was very, very feminine. She was very striking gorgeous. If I can put her close to somebody, do you know that movie where it's a dancer and Romeo played in that movie when he was a little kid? And Jessica Albi. She looks just like Jessica Albi. That's the type that, she was, but she was more like, had more black in her, like a light skin Jessica Albi mixed with a, you know what I mean? Like that. Gorgeous, body banging. She was very intelligent. And she had nothing masculine. I did have a conversation with her, and she was so sweet. I was so annoyed with him. And after that conversation with her, I did try to break it off with him because she asked me to break it off with him. And I ain't going to tell you what happened. Girl, let me finish.
I should say that he gravitates towards that is because it's really showing his unconscious sexual desires, which is to be with another man, which he won't admit out loud, but he will secretly.
See, when I was down low, I wouldn't play that because I didn't want anybody to be, and I know it's horrible, but when you're a down low guy, you don't want somebody to tower over you. You don't, because that might make you look feminine. And DL guys, they're going to be very insecure. The whole purpose to be with you is to look masculine. So I would go for the petites, the small girls that would make me appear more masculine and more desirable, because a girl that's going to tower over me, I would be too insecure. And a girl that looked too masculine, my family is going to talk about her. My homeboys is going to talk about her. So I was living for their validation. I wasn't even living myself. I was living for the approval of my heterosexual male friends and my family. So the girl that I picked, I consider, their wants and acceptance, So I believe she's talking about a Pacific DL man. Maybe they're out there, but the ones I have encountered, it does not line up to. And me having that experience myself, it doesn't line up for me as well. All right, so I'm going to get on out of here, but you guys can follow her if you guys want to see more of her videos. All right. So going back here. All right. I want to see if anybody else talking about this on TikTok. I don't see many people talking about her. I guess she's not that popular. So let's move on to here. Let me see what y'all saying first before we get on Lemmy. What y'all saying? It says, how would a masculine woman fool anybody? Anyway, I don't think so. Yeah, I think people, if you bring a masculine woman around, they're going to say, dog, she look like a man. They're going to question. They're going to say, are you gay? Because she looked like a man. That's what my family would say. My family and friends, they're not the nicest people. They will laugh in your face. I was raised around with very judgmental people. That's not a flex, and I don't say it as a flex. It's a sad reality. Because in that I became very judgmental of myself, and nobody can judge me harder than I can judge myself, because I've been programmed to judge everybody hard and to judge myself hard. But they would definitely say, she looks like a man. She looked masculine. Are you sure she ain't a man? Have you checked that? And no DL man that's smart want to go through that. no DL man that's smart ever want to go through that. You know, they don't want to be questioned. That's the whole reason to get a woman, so nobody will question you. And you're going to hurry up and you're going to get her pregnant. That is the main goal of a DL guy, is to get her pregnant, have some babies, to prove, hey, I am a man. I have receipts of getting in that kitty cat, because the manhood is determined by that wood going into kitty cat. He's not a man until he goes into some kitty cat. He not a man if he don't like that kitty cat. Okay? That's the whole purpose. And when you're doing that, you're thinking about procreating. So you're thinking about having babies and what they look like and their genetics. So a DL guy, I would think, when I was DL, I wanted to make some pretty fucking babies, okay? So I was looking at her features, and I cared about, the type of babies we make, because I know the plan is to procreate. I mean, I wouldn't want to be with a girl if we're not going to procreate, because it's like, the fuck, I need proof that I'm straight, okay? And if you cannot give me babies, then you don't give me proof that I'm straight. Being with a woman and your heterosexual DL is not enough. We need proof. You need to produce babies. Okay, and babies, you care about how it's going to come out. But that's just my perspective and my experience, and I'm sure every DL and everything is going to be different, right? Right. All right, so... Okay, let's see what you guys saying. It says, yep, that's what my cousin did with both of his ex-wives. The desperation is real. Ain't no way I'm calling up a woman like, may I ask kindly that you stop messing with my husband? Laughing out loud. Well, she did. She did. And that's not the only situation I had. And I don't want to tell too much. And you say, why? Why don't you tell too much? Because this is real freaking life for me. This is not a storyline for me. It's real life. It's very sensitive. And it can get involved in my work. And man, I have had some experiences with the wife being a fan of mine. And I shouldn't say that. Maybe I'm talking too much. Could you imagine? The wife is a fan of mine? Huh? It's so much shit y'all don't know. And I don't run my mouth. That's what I don't do. But let's talk about another situation, okay? So another situation, when she did call the guy I'm talking about, she said, hello, is this such and such? Do you know my husband, such and such? And she was like, I don't want to be rude. She was very nice and sweet. She says, listen, I've been in this marriage for X, Y, and Z. We have several different kids, and I really want this to work. And my family is everything to me. And he is spending too much time, and in so many words, she said I was the cause of it. And she just asked me, please. I did not know they were still married or whatever. And she was so sweet. And I remember looking at her pictures. And I remember adoring this girl. Like, I adored her. I was like, man, she is so beautiful. Like, I was looking at her like, she's so beautiful. Like, I would do anything. It's horrible to say. I was younger then, but she was the type of girl that I would like do anything for. Like I would, I don't know, never mind. But she was adorable in the fucking pictures. So when she told me that and I didn't know, I was okay with leaving him. And I did say something, but like I said, I'm not going to go into everything. So let's move on. Okay, so it says, Lemmy, this is what he has to say. Lemmy says, some people are asking why I am responding to Krishan. And others, this reason I understand. He says, no, I am not gay. Now, did you know that Lemmy was gay? Did you know it was a reputation or a rumor that he was gay? Press 1 if you knew it was a reputation that Lemmy is gay. Okay, everybody is gay, right? But he said he's not gay, you guys, all right? He says he's not a female. I mean, I kind of figured that part, but was it a rumor that he wanted to be a female? I don't know. It says he's not a baddie, okay? He said he's not Diddy, respectfully, or evil. He said he's not an evil guy. He said, I simply speaking up because I'm exhausted by the ongoing disrespect from these ladies. So I'm assuming the girls that he hired. It says, I provided these young women with genuine opportunities that have allowed them to earn a lot of freaking money. I don't force anyone to do anything, nor can I control what others choose to say about me. However, I will no longer remain silent because I hold the title of a CEO. People often place you on a pedestal that is not realistic. At the end of the day, I'm human just like anybody else. I'm not looking for no sympathy, but I'm keeping it 100 moving forward, okay? So that is what he has to say. And let's look in the comment section. People are saying the pick, but nah, Lemmy, you a little gay, brother. It's sad. Why do y'all keep on calling black men gay? Huh? Every day. Every person, y'all call black men gay. Damn. Why are y'all calling black men gay? Don't y'all think the gay men, black men are tired of hearing that? Huh? Do y'all think Lemmy is gay? Press 5 if you feel like he's gay. Press 10 if he's not gay. Every black man ain't gay. Damn. Okay, he had kids. Okay? He got kids. He got several baby mamas. So you know he ain't gay, girl. Hell, okay? Y'all just mad because he don't want to be with y'all. Okay? Gay men can't have no babies. I mean, we see him with women, so we know he ain't gay. Stevie said, because white men are gay too. Hey, Stevie. All right. Usually straight men don't say that. They are not gay. It says, how come he's the blame, but the Mona Scott isn't for the ghetto? Well, Mona Scott did get blamed. Mona Scott did take a lot of heat, so let's not go there. Mona Scott, she did take a lot of heat, okay? She can tell you herself. So it says, I think for sure he's the first 4. All right. You definitely Diddy Jr. All right. So I don't think people are really listening to him because they're just calling him gay and calling him everything but a child of God. So when I go to TikTok, I want to see what they're saying about this. And let's see what she has to say.
I knew Lemmy was a leprechaun, but I had no idea he was a liar. So we had to do a little bit of digging. And yeah, you guys do like to withhold people's identification. Now, we've been discussing Krishan's exit from Zeus Network, and in all of these allegations, she had claimed that Lemuel, or Lemmy, however you guys want to call him, had taken her identification and wouldn't give it back to her. Now, Lemmy posted on his IG story and said, lastly, for the record, no one is withholding her identification, and we're going to stop him right there. Because what he's trying to frame it as is that she had stopped production in order for them to give her her ID back, which would have stalled the rest of their filming. It's not like you're filming anything substantive. You're literally filming women fighting. But you take a listen. Here's the exchange between Krishan and security about getting her ID back.
You wish me give me my ID. I just didn't get on the plane.
I know, but I was told not to give anybody their ID.
Bro, this is Zeus Network. You know how bad you can jeopardize them for taking my IDs.
I know.
So I don't get on the flight. Y'all not my daddy.
You have Lemmy number?
So you're not gonna give me my ID?
Unless Lemmy says I can give it to you. He's the one that says whether I can give it to you or not.
I want to go.
Oh, and if you think this is the first time they held somebody's ID, let me play you this clip.
Stuck here? I'm stuck in Barbados. It's not even funny.
So here goes Scotty spazzing out because
I can't find my passport. Oh my.
Now, I don't know if I can pay Zeus stuff, and we talking shit about him, so I'm going to fast forward that.
Scotty wanted to leave ahead of time, or she wanted to leave with the full group, but somehow they made it into this like running joke that, oh, she lost her passport. And then having Natalie Nunn joking about it, knowing they probably went through her stuff and took it. So for him to get up on the internet and lie and say, oh, she was trying to stop production, if she was already talking with security and security already had her ID, why did they need to call you to give it back to her? It's the blatant lying from leprechauns that's really sending me. Now, I knew Lemmy was a leprechaun, but I had no idea he was a liar. So we had to do a little bit of digging. And yeah.
Whew. So what do you guys think about Lemmy? People are saying he's not a good person, honey. All he want to do is see these girls fight. Whew, I tell you. Well, this is the community. Well, later on tonight, I will be going live here again, trying to find some hot topics. You guys know I have 6 other channels that I do commentary on. If you guys did not know, now you know, baby. All right? So if you guys be like, well, what is it? I want to see them. Well, child, let me put them up here so you guys can see them. I have posted on some of them today, not all. I still got to do more rounds. All right, so let's go down here, pop this baby up. So Criminal Villains, check that out if you guys like true crime. That's where I do my true crime at over there. The Party Crashers Unite. I did a Cardi B piece today. I did a Krishan Rock piece today, and it's another piece I did. Haley Bailey, you know, that's that stuff over here. Political news. What's her name? That Layla Lali and that Papoose new girlfriend. That's the boxer girl. They got into it today, girl. And I put that over there on the news and politics over there. And I talk about Stephen A. Smith over there, Trump, Kamala Harris over there, Jasmine Crockett, you know, real grown up stuff. Over here, Glow Grace Era. Right now, we're talking about the wedding dress lady. You guys know she went viral, saying her man cheated on her. Come to find out, she was with him while he was married to another woman. Now she's speaking out. Now the wedding dress lady cousin is exposing her for being a fraud. Girl, it's a mess, okay? And do I have another one? Oh, Jessica Kohiner Diaries. Now this over here, this is for personal stories. And also I do LGBT topics. Yesterday I talked about the gay shock therapy and, you know, some stuff like that. And I'm going to introduce another channel. And all of these channels are very new, you know, so I need the support. And the other channel I'm going to introduce probably next week is going to be Buki Johnson. That will be placed. Buki Johnson is going to replace Bonquisha. Okay, couldn't get it out. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys. I thank you guys for supporting me, liking me, and sharing me. And I'll see you guys on the next video.